What is the scene, folks? This is episode 5 of the vlog. So let us get to it. With Eutoro, I have discerned that people have been circumventing the Slack channel and they're going to the website to start setting up profiles. Right now, we're just using the website as a prototype of sorts, and we're actually building the community within Slack while we build a version 2 that is bigger, badder, better. So we're gonna go and put a splash page in there, which lets people know that, hey, you know what, this is just a fully functional prototype, but you could join the community on Slack. Besides that, I'm toying with the idea of doing some networking around here, seeing if I could find somebody else to come and help me work on this idea. Just doing the day-to-day, some of the day-to-day tasks that takes a lot of my time and prevents me from focusing on other things related to the business, related to the venture. A few takeaways this. Oh no, I also did my first fear conquering challenge this week, which was nothing special, but I was typical me. I was procrastinating and waiting until the end, and then on fucking Sunday I just forced myself to go out and do something, which turned out to be me taking my chair that Shanna would call my old man lounging chair. I took that and just went somewhere public in the fucking cold. I committed to an hour of me just sitting there with some paper and a piece of cardboard around it that says, feel free to inquire while I'm just sitting here. And I just sat there reading, and if people ventured close, either to read the sign or to just to see what I was up to, I would ask them if they're interested in knowing why I'm sitting here, and I would just tell them about the challenge. Like, that was it. It was just to do something stupid, park myself in a spot where people are passing around, walking to go to restaurants and stuff, park myself there and just not give a fuck, not feel shamed when people are walking by and staring at me like I'm fucking crazy. Just expose myself to stuff like that so that I could stop giving so much of a fuck about, like I said, the trivial social things that usually give me a little bit of anxiety. So I had a few takeaways this week. The first one came from talking to Jay. I was talking to him last Sunday, and he, at one point in time, he just calmly told me before he left, he was like, yo man, you know what, just keep doing what you're doing right now, keep with this growth thing. I could see you in 5 years traveling the world like you want, giving speeches, and you're gonna have that book, you're gonna have a bestseller book. And I thought to myself, alright man, that's what I like to hear. And then I thought to myself, you know what, fuck 5 years, let's try to do this shit in 3. But what I got from that was, it was evidence of what people say about changing your circle of influence. You need to surround yourself with people who are, I would say, people who are doing it. Doesn't have to be people who made it, just people who are doing it. Why? Because the ones who are running the race would be better able to give you quality information than the ones who are not. If you really want to go to the gym and all your friends are indolent motherfuckers who just sit down every single day watching Netflix and eating ice cream, and you tell them, hey, you know what, dog, I'm thinking about going to the gym. If you ask them about going to the gym, what response do you really expect to get? If you tell them about your dreams or your goals of losing 50 pounds, what response do you really expect to get? And so you need to surround yourself with people, or find a few people who are doing it. Doesn't matter which end of the spectrum they are, whether they have achieved their goals or whether they're still doing it. They will be able to give you better insights, better encouragement. And whether or not they are delusional doesn't fucking matter, because you need to, and this is something I got from Tom Bilyeu, you need to believe that which moves you forward, and not necessarily that which is true, unless that which is true serves the same agenda of that which moves you forward. And that is what I'm doing, and we'll see how far I get with it. So the other insight that I got came from my body trying to trick me all fucking week. It was finally breaking down last week, But tenaciously enough, but it was being tenacious in that it wouldn't let me sleep until after 12, no matter what. How it did start exhibiting signs of it breaking down was that it would resort to chicanery and try tricking me into sleeping in. My body was hitting me with the most plausible excuses, reasons, and justifications ever, and they were all personalized, so they all made so much fucking sense to me. But I was able to push through the week and not cheat, and I learned something from pushing through the week and not listening to any of those excuses. And that is that whenever you concoct a plan for something that you want to do, especially if it's something uncomfortable or scary or something something you just really don't want to do. When you find yourself in the huddle doing it or about to do it, you're going to hear some dissenting voices. What you need to do then is simply identify the source of the voice. And if you identify the source to be weakness or fear or languor or some other sort of negative feeling, your job then and there is to ignore it, regardless of how plausible or logical it sounds. Because you won't be able to, while you're in that moment, you won't be able to see the arguments for what they are. You won't be able to see them as the specious arguments they are. But once you remove from the moment and you look back on it, you will be able to look at it with clear eyes and see, man, like those arguments, they were shit. And so you need to just ignore that, because weakness is quite a resourceful bastard. And I think that's been my week, really. Not too much going on, just sticking there, going at it, slowly but surely. Baby steps gonna cover the big miles. So, peace.